Hello and welcome to this tutorial. I've always wanted to do one of these videos because I think it's amazing how people take like two completely different things and create the same look. And it's even better when one of them's really cheap so you don't have to waste your money. Well, I guess it's not wasting your money if you like collecting makeup, but that you could get the same look for a much more affordable price. And I think I found two dupes. One of them is by Makeup Revolution, and I know that Makeup Revolution is like notorious for copying people's palettes. Like the Too Faced chocolate bar, they have an exact same one, which is actually a chocolate. But I believe this is one of their actual, like, their own eyeshadows that they didn't copy of someone. Although it kind of looks like the Naked 2, so maybe. But anyway, I'm going to be comparing it to the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I was looking through these two yesterday and I realised they have, well, firstly there's a lot more shades in this one than there is in this one. But all of the shades that are in this one are in this one. So I thought it would be interesting to try and use all of those shades to create a look. Obviously one on this half, one on this half, and see if they turn out the same. Because the only difference could be pigmentation, so let's see how much that really affects things here. Also, I just want to mention, please pay no attention to my eyebrows. How does someone lose every eyebrow product they own in the same day? What is happening? And also, I'm really sad that my t-shirt's cropped out. Let me give you a glimpse. Oh yeah. I'm so cool. Okay, so I'm going to do the expensive side first. So I'm going to use the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette on this side of my face. And I'm going to create a look, and then obviously I'm going to try and match it with this one. I haven't really planned the look though, so maybe I should have done that. We'll just see where this takes. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to take is the Day Shade Heaven and just use that to set my eyelids. Then I'm going to pick up the shade Nudie and use that in the crease. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of a smaller brush and take the shade Cashmere Bunny and put that just directly in the crease, whereas the other one was a bit above. Okay, and now just moving on to the lid, I'm going to take some of Honey Pot and just put that all over. I just feel super awkward in this, I look like a dinosaur. Okay, then I'm just going to go in with some more Cashmere Bunny and just intensify the crease shade a bit. And then I'm going to go in with some of Chocolate Martini. As you can tell, I'm trying to use all the shades just so that there's a nice comparison. But I will also swatch them all next to each other just so you can really see. And then I'm just going to take some of, why do they always have such inappropriate names? Some of Sexpresso and put that in the crease. Too Faced man, and who names your products? Dude needs to calm down. Then I'm just going to take some of that same Sexpresso shade and put that really close to the lash line. Then I'm just going back in with Chocolate Martini, intensifying that. Then I'm just going to go in with Honey Pot again and just pack that on because blend it all out. At this point, it's all gone. Then I'm just going to take some Cashmere Bunny and use that underneath the eye. I'm going to be quite messy with this shade. And then I'm going to take a more detailed brush and put the shade Sexpresso really close to the lash line. Okay, time for the Makeup Revolution side. So these ones don't have names, but I'm going to use the first lightest shade to set my lid. Oh great, I've got a spot on this eyelid. That's brilliant. And then I'm going to go in with this taupey shade just to use in my crease. Then I'm just going to take the second shade, which is a really golden shade, and put that all over the lid. It's actually more pigmented than the Too Faced one. That is crazy. That's crazy. Then I'm just going to take the second darkest shade and put that on the outer corner. And then of course under the eyes I'm just going to take the taupey shade and put that under and smoke this one out a bit. It's actually really crazy to me at the moment that this palette is performing so much better than the Too Faced one. Okay, so now the eyes are done, I'm just going to go finish off the rest of my makeup and I'll be back to talk about the dupe. And I'm back. Can you tell the difference between the two eyeshadows? Because I can, but not how I thought. And yeah, I have to say I'm really impressed by Makeup Revolution. This palette, I would say it's better than this one. There's no point of getting this one. This one is so much better and so much more affordable. How does that work? And you get so many shades in this one. This is a no-brainer. This is the palette I would recommend. They're just so pigmented. They're really easy to blend out. There's just I can't believe I've had this for so long and never used it. Okay, so now I'm just going to go through all the shades in here and I'm going to swatch out the shades that match from this palette. As you can see, they're all very similar and there's a dupe for pretty much every shade except for Chocolate Martini. Chocolate Martini there's no dupe for in the Makeup Revolution palette, but all the other, I can't get this in chocolate, but all the other shades there is a definite dupe for in this palette. But it's not even the dupe colours, like there's a lot of dupes in here, and as well as that you get more colours and these are more pigmented, which is insane, more pigmented for like half the price. So I would say if you're thinking about buying this palette, I'd buy this one instead. That's no hate to Too Faced, I love a lot of their palettes. Their chocolate bar palette is one of my favourite, but I feel like in this instance this performs so much better. But I mean, I guess if you are a makeup collector, this is really cute, and also this is a lot more travel friendly than this one, so this does have its pros as well. But just considering the products inside, I say I really do prefer this. This is the Redemption Palette Iconic 2. And would I say the dupes for each other? I'd say yes. This pretty much has everything that this one has, except for Chocolate Martini, which is a gorgeous shade, but I mean, the whole palette for one shade. I'm sure you could find a similar shade in one of your other palettes, or in one of the other Too Faced palettes, which are amazing, such as the Chocolate Bar palette, like I just mentioned. So yeah, that's the end of this tutorial. I think these are pretty good dupes. Had I known what I know now before I purchased this one, I might not have purchased it. This one is equally as good, and I hope that helps if you were thinking about making the purchase. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye. Boom. Hello and welcome.